Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. Now, as the title of this video says, this is a Let's Talk. So let's talk. We're going to talk about a couple of things. First and foremost, the very first thing I want to talk about is Nova. We've already had, we haven't even had it for 24 hours. We haven't even had Nova for 24 hours yet. But the major thing that people continue to say is, you know what? We've seen in our guilting channel, we've actually seen someone with a Nova level of 449, almost 450. Goodness gracious, that is incredible. And the biggest tip I'm going to give you right now, the biggest tip I can give you right now is, whether you're free to play, whether you're pay to pay, whatever you are, focus on the quest medals first. Now, let's see. Can we filter these by... What happens if you do SP attack bonus? Oh, yes. Okay. So, oh, that's pretty cool, actually. So you're going to have the lower ones at the very beginning no matter what. Okay. Let me do this. Okay. So, basically... What I can tell you is like Waka, Goofy A, Pence, Pain, Young Herc. These right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 right here are pretty much, they're going to give you, it's not a guarantee, but this is 30 Nova points right there. That's 30 Nova levels right there. You get 1 point for guilting, you get 5 points for maxing out a guilt, and why not just go and farm those medals? It's gonna, I kind of feel like when we were playing the game 5-6 months ago, when everyone was trying to figure out, you know, where's the best place to get Wakas, where's the best place to get this, where's the best, just, you know what, these are quest medals, guys. These are quest medals. They're in the quest, they're in the game. You just need to find where they are and start farming them. And just farm them. We're at 0 AP right now. Farm them. If you have VIP, also get the experience medals to level up. Just do it, guys. Just completely do it. You have a guaranteed, like here, right here, I have 20. I have 20 points. I have 20 Nova levels just waiting for me right there. All I need to do is guilt the medals and start re-rolling. I don't even have to use mirrors. I can just, you know, get as many as I need and just roll and roll and roll and roll and roll until I finally get it. Again, 0 AP. It's just, right now, it's just time. We have 0 AP for 10 days, guys. So if by the end of those 10 days, you do not have every single quest medal guilted and max guilted, then come on. You know, I mean, come on. You can totally do it. So that's going to be my very first biggest... That's going to be my biggest advice I can give you about Nova. I'm not going to talk. Here's another 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 here. 4 green. Oh no, 5. No, 4. Huh? There's only 4. How many blues are there? That's 9. How many magics are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cause Jiminy Cricket is, yeah, he's 25. So wait, am I missing a green one? Am I? Wait. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone, aren't I? I am missing. No, I'm not. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so there are 5 quest medals in each color. That's 15 medals. 15 and then 575. So you've got 90. You've got everyone. Everyone in the game should have level 90 Nova. At least you have 90 free Nova levels right there. Right there. At it, they're right there, guys. They're right there. So you've got 0 AP, you've got the quest. There's no excuse not to do them. Get those done. You know, if you don't have the jewels to pull right now, I am sure you don't have all the max guilted. Go out there and get the max guilted. Get the quest medals, get max guilted. The second thing I'll talk about, and I'll slightly touch on this, is tier 2 medals, tier 3 medals, and more guilds. If you just now started playing the game and you are not going to spend any money on any guilds, then chances are you're going to have a Nova level of 90 by the end of 10 days. Once you start pulling guys, you can start guilting tier 2s, tier 3s, and it depends how much money you're spending on this game. You can actually start guilting tier 4s, legendary medals. But again, we've seen someone with almost 440 something. I think their level was 440 something. It's worth it, guys. The Nova system will guarantee you that hit. It can be quite a bit of damage. I suggest you just go out there, start doing it, and I sure hope you didn't get rid of other medals. I sure hope you didn't get rid of other medals that you were just like, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of them. Unless you had the medal max guilted and you kept the medal. If you kept the medal max guilted, congratulations. If not, well, sometimes it pays to hold on to stuff. Like here, for example, Anyway, the next thing I want to talk about. So that's Nova. That's all I want to talk about Nova right now. As I said, as the game progresses, as we learn more about Nova and how to use it properly, I'll start doing maybe a guide of, where to use it or how to use it. I mean, we're going to do a test one day where I put, I go in against an enemy. I'm going to put Illustrated Kyrie at the beginning, and then I'm going to put 3 medals that will reduce the defense of the target by 1 so it's a 3 and a 3, not attribute, just regular, and then we'll try Nova and see what happens. That's going to be the best condition for my particular level, and as it goes along, I'm sure eventually we're going to have a comprehensive list of everyone and what they are, what each Nova level represents, because Nova level does not go by your level, it doesn't go by your Keyblade level, it doesn't go by your strength, it doesn't go by any other medals you have. It goes purely by the Nova level. The Nova level is directly tied to how many and what medals you have guilted, so it's kind of fair in that sense across the board. But it's not fair in the fact that you do have to spend money to guild tier 2s, spend even more money to guild tier 3s, and you kind of have to spend the king's ransom to guild tier 4s. So that's the thing that's going to hold us back from there. My personal opinion about that is that it is a way of rewarding the people who have spent a lot of money in this game so far. It's a way of making the power gap even greater, but it's also a way of, and again, I'm talking about, Square Enix as a company from the business side of perspective, from the business side of the whole thing. It's a very smart move from their point of telling people, hey, if you spend just a little more money, you can get more medals guilted, and then you can get more Nova. It's not just about your guilted medals anymore. There's an extra added incentive, which, again, it's a good business. Well, it's not good business. It's a smart business decision from their part. I hope that they recognize that they can also make even more money and have more business if they were to lower the cost of pulls, lower the amount of times that it would take to get a guaranteed pull. It would just help all around. So that's the first thing. Second thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about Mickey and Brooms. So, do I think Mickey and Brooms are going to come to the game? Yes, I do. I do believe they are going to release Mickey and Brooms, and with every single new EMC, with everything that comes out, I honestly believe that they will come out. And I will say right now, I know there's people saying something. There is a fake tweet going around of supposedly Square Enix or KH released a tweet saying, oh, look who's joining, it's a magical something, and there's the shadow of Mickey and Brooms. That's not real. But that doesn't mean that Mickey and Brooms won't come out tonight, or next Thursday, or next Monday, or the month after. I mean, they could come out at any time. Mickey and Brooms poses a very difficult puzzle for Square Enix to release. At the point where we are right now, so many people have been waiting for Mickey and Brooms. We've been waiting for it for so long. We've been waiting for it so long that we've built it up in our heads. We think that Mickey and Brooms is going to come down and it's going to solve all our problems. The only benefit that I see of having Mickey and Brooms is that I am going to be able to finally, potentially, possibly gilt a tier 4 medal. Don't know how hard it's going to be to get Mickey and Brooms. They may give one Mickey and one broom. They may give one broom a week in a challenge. They may give one Mickey and Brooms a month in Coliseum as a reward, and it could be for the top 100 people, and I'm never going to get that high. They could be in high score challenges where the top 200 people get 5 Mickey and Brooms and everyone else gets nothing. Or one Mickey and Broom and everyone else gets nothing. And it's going, if they do it like that, it's going to benefit the people who have spent money in the game, and it's going to encourage more people to spend more money, which is the common practice. It's the practice we've seen so far in the game. A. B. If they release Mickey and Brooms like that, it's still putting it behind a paywall without directly putting it behind a paywall. What I mean by this is, if one day we log into the game, we go into the avatar boards, and there's avatar boards here full of Mickey and Brooms. Like here, you would see Mickey and Brooms instead. That's putting Mickey and Brooms directly behind a paywall, where you directly have to buy the Mickey and Brooms. The other way they could do it is putting it in an EMC or a big deal where you pull and you get a Mickey and Broom, or you get a broom. So you'd have to pull 5 times to be able to make one Mickey and Broom. That's a whole other problem. Or if you just pull and you got one for free. That's another potentiality, and that's another way of putting it directly behind a paywall. Now, the main reason why I've been talking about this, the reason why I'm explaining all this is because I want to approach it with you guys from a very rational perspective of sometimes Square Enix doesn't do things rationally. Halloween Town Sora, Jack Skellington. Jack Skellington could have been put behind a huge paywall and people would have paid. Jack Skellington is a blue BC Mickey. I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing, incredible medal. And they gave it to us. They just gave it to us. They could have made a lot of money with that medal. So there are times when Square Enix does do, they treat us like fans. They treat us like fans. They treat us like like players. They're like, hey, what, guys, but also it's like the mirror thing that I was saying before. It's okay for them to also celebrate that. It's okay for them to be like, they could have like a running tally of, what, there has been 102 mirrors so far in the game. Have you got them all? They could have opened it to more fanfare about Jack Skellington, and it's, it's okay for the, or like the quest that we just got, and they didn't really talk about it. It's like the problem with this is, I hope this is to Square Enix. If you do something really great, but there's still no customer service, there's still no open line of communication for us to say thank you, Square Enix, then it kind of is like nothing. You close yourself behind a wall where you're not letting in the good or the bad in. Then yeah, you protect yourself from all the bad comments, and you don't hear all the bad stuff people are saying, but you're not going to hear the good either. So you're not going to get that feedback. And a lot of times, I am sure many people email and open tickets when there's something they don't like. I doubt that the same people emailed and opened tickets just to thank Square Enix for Jack Skellington. it's not in our human nature to do it, so it's kind of interesting how I feel like we don't know what Square Enix is thinking or what they want. There, like I said, there's no open line of communication. There's no communication with your fans and your players, so a lot of stuff will get just lost. Yeah. But anyway, so that's my take on how Mickey and Brooms could come out. Now, the main thing is, no, I do not believe Mickey and Brooms are a game breaker. The only way that I think that Mickey and Brooms could be a game breaker is if they bring them like in the EMC. If they bring them as a reward in the buying an EMC, the whales are going to have every single medal gilted. Multiple of them gilted, because then it's going to be a matter of just pull. Just pull as much as you want and you will be able to gilt everything you want. And it's the power gap that is already very, very big is going to grow even bigger. And we're going to talk about the power gap. I'm going to finish this video with talking about the power gap. But I don't think Mickey and Brooms are going to break the game, because it's not like we're going to get like right now with mirrors. If you are lucky enough to get to gilt the medal and you didn't get a very good gilt, you can still max out that gilt with mirrors. And I'm pretty sure we have 80, 90, maybe 100 mirrors that have been available in the game. I haven't even gotten all of them yet. There's a couple of challenges that I missed and I wasn't able to get them, or high score challenges. I don't think I've gotten the max in the high score challenge in a long time, so I haven't been able to get them all sometimes. To me, I think that they're very afraid of releasing Mickey and Brooms because they think that it's going to lose them money. That they're not going to be making as much money as they can, because it's like, what's the point of spending money then? If you have a reason not to with Mickey and Brooms. But again, I don't think they're going to flood us with Mickey and Brooms. They're not going to show, they're not going to give us, 20 Mickey and Brooms right off the bat, or 100 Mickey and Brooms, If they made it so that Mickey and Brooms, you can get one a month or two a month, it's still going to take you 2 or 3 months to be able to gilt the legendary medal if you just have one of them. That being said, I do hope they bring them. I really hope they bring them soon, because especially for me, I would love. I don't have the financial capacity to pull enough to gilt a legendary medal. I just don't. And Mickey and Brooms would make it possible, even if it's, in a matter of a couple of months, for me to be able to gilt one, which would be really awesome. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop pulling. I'm not going to stop pulling, because there's going to be new medals coming out. I'm going to want those new medals. And there's a lot of really great epic medals. Epic medals are what drive my Keyblades right now. None of my legendaries, well, no, I'm not going to say that. Some legendaries do replace certain epic medals and tier 2 medals, but not all of them. The epic medals are the ones that are still drive me, and they're the ones that are still going to encourage me to continue pulling. Okay. So, Mickey and Brooms, I hope they bring them soon. I hope they make them attainable to everyone through some sort of challenge, or maybe a point system that you are competing against yourself. I understand if they put them, behind high score challenges, or if they put them behind Coliseum rewards. I even understand if they throw a couple of free extra ones in avatar boards. And if this latest avatar board is any indication, the next avatar board should be really awesome. So I'm really hopeful that for the future of avatar boards too. Are they going to put them behind pulls? Maybe. I don't know. We're going to have to see. The last thing I want to talk with you guys is about the power gap. And the power gap does go very hand in hand with the pull gap. I'm sure you guys have probably seen, the people in the top level sometimes where they have gilded legendaries. You know, they have 2-3 gilded I saw someone in the current high score challenge with 3 gilded illustrated Saurus. It was interesting. I'll say that it was very interesting to see that. You know, and I can only imagine how much money that must have cost to do, but the capacity that gives you and what you can do with it is pretty awesome. So, but what that person is going to be able to do, it's like the 500 quest. It's like the 500 spooky ghost, the swaying ghost quest. I was never going to be able to one-turn those. Nothing I could do. There was nothing in my Keyblade, no combination, no skill, nothing I could have done in all the medals that I have that could possibly have allowed me to one-turn that quest. I didn't have the gilded legendary medal to do it. If I wanted to one-turn it, I would have had to spend a considerable amount of money. And we're talking, you know, $3,000-$4,000 to be able to, no, maybe $2,000, about $2,000 to be able to one-turn that event. But no, I can't do that. There are people who can do it. And you know what? To me personally, I have nothing but, you know, cool, good for them, you know. And if they treat me with respect, I'm going to treat them with respect too. You know, it's awesome. They have the financial capacity to do that. That's great, you know. So if you have the financial capacity to do that, that's wonderful, you know. That's awesome. And, you know, you're going to be able to push farther in this game than a lot of us will be able to. The last thing I want to say is something that I've been seeing a lot. I've been seeing a comment go around a lot, and people are saying this game is pay to win. You know, this game is a pay to play now game. It's nothing but that. I don't believe it is. I believe that this game is what we're seeing a lot in games nowadays, where this game is a pay to advance game. This game is very different in the sense of other games where the only way of getting tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 medals, the tier 2 epics and legendaries, the only way of getting them is from spending jewels. And there's only 2 ways of getting jewels: either logging every day and saving up your jewels, or spending money for it. And as you guys have seen, we can get anywhere between 4 or 5 to 10,000 jewels, free jewels, a month. But if you buy all the avatar boards that come out, that's pretty much all your jewels that you get there. So if you buy no avatar boards and you save your jewels for a year, well, not a year, you know, 9-10 months, then you still wouldn't have enough to be able to pull to gild the legendary. Well, in 9 months, maybe you would. I mean, who knows? The chances will probably change, and who knows? Maybe one of these days we'll get an orb DMC. But yeah, I mean, it's like most games now where it's just a pay to advance quicker. If you're willing to play this game for 3 years and just collect your jewels every day and slowly advance through the game, and you know, you might not be able to pass a quest today, but 3 months from now you will be able to pass it, then yeah, no one is forcing anyone to spend money on this game. We are choosing to do it ourselves. We are the ones who are doing it. So that's from our side. But from the Square Enix side, from the developer side, we're not being treated as fans. You know, we're being treated as customers. We're being treated as, you know, depends how big your wallet is, that's how far you can go. And the Mickey and Broom situation is one of those situations that have just gotten a lot of people to the point of they're like mythical now, you know. Mickey and Brooms are this mythical thing that it's like, if we get them, everyone will be, everyone will be on the same ground. Everything will be fixed, and I'll finally be able to compete with the whales. And I mean, no, we won't be able to. It's a very delicate balance that they have to do as a business. We should also look towards that balance for ourselves as well. How far do we want to get into this game right now? The power gap is real. It is real. I've come to accept that I'm not going to be, like right now, I'm not going to be in the top 200 in High Score Challenge. I'm not going to be in the top 200 in Coliseum or the top 100. Like the Lux rankings, congratulations to everyone out there who was really grinding hard to get Lux. I've seen people with hundreds of millions of Lux already. I don't have the time to do it. I do want to do it one day. I do want to grind 1 week really, really hard to get as much Lux as I can and see how far I can go. Yeah, so there's a lot of different, options out there. It's all about what we decide to do, so that's pretty much all I want to talk to you guys. I did want to have this conversation with you guys. I did want to explain to you guys my views, because there's been a lot of people asking me about the Mickey and Brooms. There's a lot of people who have been writing me some very angry messages and emails about why I'm not talking about Mickey and Brooms. There's a lot of people saying that I'm working for Square Enix and that's why I don't talk about it. And I wish. You really think I'd have the RNG and pulls that I do if I worked for them? Come on. So yeah, I mean, that's my take on that. That's my take also on the power gap. I know the power gap is something we don't talk that much about, but the power gap is something that's very, very real in this game, and we just need to accept it. Like today, when that person in our Discord, and they showed that they had 449 Nova level, I was like, whoa, that's wow. My first question was, how hard are you hitting? My next question that I didn't ask was, how much did you spend to get that? And is it anywhere possible for me to do that? Which I don't think it is. But yeah, it's I love the game, guys. I love this game. I'm gonna keep playing it. I love this series. I love the concept. It's a well-polished mechanic game. The mechanics are, they've got them down. The graphics are great. The Nova system, I gotta remember that. The Nova system is cool. The Nova system is cool. I'm looking forward to using it. It doesn't overpower. Well, it does overpower if you have if you can hit 150 to 200,000 with each Nova hit, that is a little overpowered. But if you can do that, it means you already have the Gilded Legendary medals, which means you probably don't even need Nova at that point. But anyway, yeah, so that's all I'm going to talk about today. I know there are other topics that I want to talk about that are also very controversial. There's another Let's Talk I'm going to do soon, addressing some other issues. I've actually asked some people that I know to talk with me about that on probably on Discord or in a stream. And these are people who kind of really know what they're talking about, which I don't know on these topics, very much about it. But yeah, it seems very cool. It seems very, this new update I enjoyed it. I think it was fun. My biggest and only suggestion and request to Square Enix is please, please, please just drop the prices. You've made millions already. And I know you're a business, and I know you have to respond to your shareholders, and those are the people who matter, in that case, not us, but just if you could, yeah, that's my only request. My only and biggest request is here, this avatar board, it should be 1,000. The 10 pulls should be 1,000. Drop the guaranteed pulls to 5. You're still gonna make so much. You're gonna make more money. You're gonna make even more money. And it would be great if you did it not just for the money, but to show the fans you care. Your players. 200. We're nearing 220 days. 220 days playing this game every single day for hours. It's a phenomenon, guys. It's an awesome, awesome, awesome game. And so thank you for the game, Square Enix. Thank you to the community. Thank you to guys for watching. Thank you guys for growing with me, for developing with me. And I'm really looking forward, guys. I'm really looking forward to the future. And I'm really hoping that things, are awesome in the future. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I am DUJ2 as always. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.